Hey folks, it's Marvin Cash, the host of the Articulate Fly, and we're back with another Southwest Virginia fishing report with Matt Reilly. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing great, Marvin. How are you?
Well, just getting ready for Thanksgiving. I'm really looking forward to it this year.
Heck yeah, me too. I say I'm looking forward to it. I'd love to see our families and everything, but we're staying home and being by ourselves this year. So making the most of it. It'll be kind of nice to relax a little bit and not have to run all over the place. But it's definitely going to be a different year. Not seeing everybody, but maybe we'll get some more fishing time in this week.
Yeah, there you go. I think I told you before we started recording, my family's quarantined for 14 days so we can go up to Virginia and see my mom, and everybody's really looking forward to that.
Yeah, well, that's important, man. I'm glad you guys did that.
Yeah. So, on the fishing front, slightly unseasonably warm, but kind of drifting to kind of seasonable normals probably towards the end of this week. What are you seeing in Abington, and what are you seeing on the water?
Yeah, so thankfully we haven't had a ton of rain since we got dumped on by, whatever the last hurricane was. So, shortly after we spoke last time, our trout streams got back into shape pretty quick. They're running clear and good now. Water temps are getting chillier. Fishing's still good. The big rivers are, you got to kind of hunt around looking for clearer water. Some of them are still fairly stained from, the flooding we had. I think the new got up to like 75,000 cubic feet after that last rain, compared to seasonal average of about 2,000 cubic feet. So it saw a lot of water and it's still recuperating to a certain extent, but it's definitely fishable. Stream flow is full, like I said, with some stain to it. But definitely some decent visibility. So we'll be musky fishing this week, and that's about what we're seeing. I mean, it's kind of a with the new being taken out of the equation, it's been kind of a different couple of weeks. Spent a lot of time down in Tennessee doing some streamer fishing for brown trout this past week. So that's kind of honestly not that different from the musky game, just with a little more action sometimes. So good change of pace, and I think we're going to be doing a little bit more of that through the winter time, but definitely musky will be our primary goal going through the next couple of months. So look forward to hopping back on that train this week, and hopefully we don't get any more hurricanes and any more, 3-4 inches of rain at a time in the near future.
Yeah, there you go. And so I guess too, as you're starting to get kind of those more consistent, cooler nights, are you seeing the smallmouth and the musky starting to move towards kind of their more predictable winter locations?
Yeah, they should certainly be. I mean, like I said, last time we spoke, the water temps are still going up and down pretty wildly just because, our daytime temperatures were up and down, 26 degrees one night and 75 degrees during the day, a couple days later. But they certainly have been, and time of year wise, this is about when they should be settling in for the winter. So we should see, our 7-day forecast is pretty much temperature is going to be between 30 degrees and 60 degrees. So, as it stabilizes, certainly they'll be in those predictable locations. And that's kind of what makes fly fishing for muskie, that's the most predictable that it gets, is once they settle into those locations. So I would expect, having already seen some temps below 50 degrees that they're getting there now and will be there when we look for them this week.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would imagine too, since you've had pretty good water, that, your trout fishing is probably the most consistent fishing you've probably got right now.
Yeah, for sure. And it stays good all year. Right now, we're just rolling with attractor nymphs and that's about it. We've got some blue wings in the afternoons sometimes, and that's sort of the general program. But certainly, you'll be picking up a lot of your fish with stonefly nymphs and hare's ears and pheasant tails and that kind of program.
Yeah, absolutely. And folks, we love questions on the articulate fly. You can email them to us or send them to us on our Facebook or Instagram page. If we use your question, I'll send you some articulate fly swag, and you'll get into a drawing for something cool for Matt at the end of the season. And we got to keep the string alive, Matt. You got to tell me what you're writing for the Rural Virginian this week.
For sure, yeah. So this week was just sort of a general outline of the. Like I said, we've been keeping ourselves busy on the Tennessee tailwaters while the musky fishing's kind of been on the sidelines. So we just kind of put together a little descriptor of what makes this time of year sort of the optimal time to look for your biggest brown trout on larger streamer flies, sort of what those mechanics look like and how these tailwaters operate, and just sort of a little sketch of one of the mornings we had rolling down the river, and yeah, so that's what we are this week, and it'll come out in the newspaper in the next couple of days, but it's already posted to my website, so people can go and see it over there.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'll drop a link to it in the show notes.
Awesome.
Yep, absolutely. And listen, folks, please have a safe and happy Thanksgiving. If you get a chance, watch a little football, sneak out and catch a few fish. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving, Matt.
All right. Thanks, Marvin.